Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we're exploring Chapter 16 of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, A Very Frosty Christmas. This chapter shifts away from Hogwarts as Harry spends the holidays at the Burrow, where family warmth collides with the cold reality of war. Harry, Ron, and Hermione arrive at the Burrow, welcomed by Molly Weasley's motherly fussing. The house is as cozy as ever, but conversations keep circling back to grim news, raids, disappearances, and deaths filling the Daily Prophet. Ginny is around too, and Harry finds himself noticing her more often, though he keeps those feelings buried out of loyalty to Ron. Bill and Fleur are also present, their engagements still irritating Molly and Ginny. Fleur's confidence and style clash with the Weasley women's practicality, creating awkward family tension. Fred and George drop in from their busy joke shop, which is thriving partly because their protective products double as defense items in these dark times. Even laughter has a sharp edge in the current climate. Arthur Weasley comes home late from the ministry, looking weary. He shares troubling updates. The ministry is trying to crack down on fake protective charms, but the effort is chaotic, underfunded, and often misdirected. Dangerous dark objects are slipping into circulation, and fraudsters exploit people's fear. His words reveal how the ministry is struggling to maintain control and often prioritizes appearances over real solutions. Christmas Eve is spent with gifts and food, but the shadow of Voldemort is never far. The Weasley family remains fractured by Percy's absence, his loyalty to the ministry a wound that still stings. Even amid Molly's cheerful attempts at holiday warmth, his name lingers in the air like frost. On Christmas Day, that frost becomes real when Percy suddenly appears, accompanied by Minister Rufus Scrimgeour. Molly is overjoyed to see her estranged son, believing the rift is healed, but the reunion is hollow. Scrimgeour has orchestrated Percy's visit for his own purposes, and Percy leaves almost as quickly as he came. Molly is devastated, while the rest of the family seethes at how their pain was manipulated. Scrimgeour then pulls Harry aside, taking him into the snowy orchard. What follows is one of Harry's most defining conversations of the book. The minister asks Harry to cooperate with the ministry, not for actual assistance, but to act as a symbol, the ministry's chosen one. He suggests that Harry's presence alongside officials would reassure the public, and even probes him for information about Dumbledore, but Harry is no longer the boy who passively accepted authority. He sees through Scrimgeour's motives and refuses to be used. He calls out the ministry's failures, especially the imprisonment of Stan Shunpike, a clear example of scapegoating for the sake of appearances. Harry insists that truth matters more than propaganda. When Scrimgeour questions Dumbledore, Harry delivers his firm declaration: he is Dumbledore's man through and through. The minister, frustrated, tries to hint at consequences and surveillance, but Harry stands tall. His loyalty, independence, and moral clarity shine in this exchange, proving he's grown into someone who can face authority without fear. When Harry returns inside, the mood at the Burrow is a mixture of bitterness and pride. Molly is heartbroken over Percy, but the rest of the family supports Harry's decision to resist Scrimgeour's manipulations. The chapter closes not on a note of festive cheer, but of quiet resolve. Harry has made his stance clear, aligning himself with truth and loyalty, even when it pits him against power. Key moments in the chapter include Christmas at the Burrow, warm but overshadowed by grim news of Voldemort's growing power. Fleur's presence continuing to create tension with Molly and Ginny. Arthur Weasley's ministry updates, showing corruption and inefficiency. Percy's staged return on Christmas Day, orchestrated by Scrimgeour. Scrimgeour's attempt to recruit Harry as a ministry figurehead. Harry refusing to be used as propaganda and calling out Stan Shunpike's wrongful imprisonment. Harry declaring himself Dumbledore's man through and through. Differences between the book and the movie. The Christmas at the Burrow scenes, including Scrimgeour's confrontation with Harry, are completely cut from the film. The movie instead invents a Death Eater attack on the Burrow, which never happens in the book. Percy's manipulated return is omitted, removing a key emotional blow to Molly Weasley. The book's critique of the ministry through Stan Shunpike's case is absent, softening its political themes. Harry's declaration of loyalty to Dumbledore is also lost in the film. That wraps up Chapter 16, A Very Frosty Christmas. This chapter highlights Harry's growing maturity and refusal to bow to authority when it clashes with truth. What do you think? Was Harry right to reject Scrimgeour, even though it risked making the ministry his enemy? What do you think? Should the movie have kept Harry's confrontation with Scrimgeour? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more magical chapter breakdowns.